Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another little corner in my home. When the weather is not for filming outside, I'm going to be filming indoors, always trying to find the light where it could be. I'm not professional for taking videos or editing or anything like that, and I kind of actually enjoy the raw, spontaneous aspect of it, so bear with me if I butcher it. I'm so sorry. But hey, I'm learning, and I hope you're on the journey to learn and kind of be honest and real with each other, because that's what this channel is all about. It's about being real and celebrating, gathering and celebrating community and learning and designing and creating a better life. So my name is Anastasia, for those of you who are new to the channel. And yes, my shirt is wrinkly, and you know what? I actually like it that way. My mom will say like, oh my gosh, why didn't you iron your shirt? I really like button-down shirts, and especially white ones that are wrinkly. I love texture. I love painting with texture and blending colors. And when I make projects, I'm not a perfectionist by any means, and I appreciate that in other people, and I can admire it when I go into an art gallery and I see perfect paintings, or when I see immaculately taken care of home. I think bravo, like that's amazing. But me personally, for my own aesthetic, like I like raw, I like natural, I like easy, and no fuss. So that's me. So if it's bothering you, then get to know me a little bit more, and you're gonna see it's a little bit more often, so to speak. I've come to realize over time that for me, clothing is not actually as important as it always was. This might be shocking because some of you do know my background is in design and fashion, and I was a dressmaker for a really long time. My mother is a dressmaker, an excellent dressmaker. So fabric, clothing, alterations, designing, making, fashion shows, like that's been a big part of my life. And I didn't go into the industry because when I was studying, I had a rude awakening that what the industry was really all about, the amount of damage that we're doing to the environment, the amount of damage we're doing to people's mental health, to people's physical health, the speed at which fashion changes. Like I just became so discouraged. I actually love the construction of garments, and I love making beautiful clothing for people and making all shapes and sizes look lovely and making creations come to life. That was a big thing for me. I like to be able to draw and then recreate it in real life. That was like, you take the art from the flat and you bring it into real life, something you can wear. That for me was like magic. So the industry, it definitely changed my outlook on it. That's why I stuck to dressmaking. And of course, fixing clothes, that's all normal and natural, and it's a part of your daily life. But fashion is no longer something I focus on. No more fashion magazines, no more fashion television. That's just, it's become too much. And now, after having 3 kids, I've come back to who I truly am inside, and doing a lot of inner work. I'm understanding and realizing, there was a common thread through my childhood till now of the things I was attracted to and the things that pulled me in terms of colors and fabrics, and now I feel confident and whole in my choices, that I just wear what makes me happy, and that's it. And I don't really care what anyone else thinks. Maybe that's not a good thing, but for me, it makes me feel good. So then I'm okay with it. And learning about fabrics and how they're made just instilled in me that I like natural fabrics and linens and silks and wools and all those things. I'm not forcing those on anybody else. Just if you have a choice, choose wisely, right? It's good for your body. But speaking on to that, I just wanted to say that once you become a mother, a lot of things can shock you, can scare you, can, I don't want to say deter you, but they can kind of stop you in your tracks from going further into places that you wanted to go previously. For example, when I became a mother, all my attention goes towards my family, my kids. And a lot of that attention to myself was lacking. Now I'm at a point in my life where I can start bringing that back in. But if you are a new mother, or if you're wanting to become a mother or in the process of becoming a mother, I want to encourage you to not be discouraged by the fact that things change so much and you feel like your identity has been put on pause or has changed it completely. It takes time, but like they say, and it is true, time does heal a lot of wounds. Time has this magnificent way of being that it doesn't erase things. It just moves them along in a pace where you can overcome, you can accept, you can renew, and you can recharge and continue forward on the path which you choose. Some of us girls, women, when we play with kids and toys when we were younger, we liked to play with dolls and we liked to play mother, and that was naturally something that was easy for us. And I find that those are the women now around my circle that are with kids. They have an easier time almost of finding their own identity again after having kids. But the girls, the women that when they were young didn't play a lot with dolls and didn't play a lot with role playing or playing house or with Barbies or anything like that, they had a very strong maybe identity of who they were or wanted to be before children. And when the kids came around, or when they found out they were pregnant or they're thinking of getting pregnant, they have a bigger shock to their system of loss of identity, of having to kind of separate who you were and who you are. And for those of you who were like that and are like that now, don't worry. Like, don't take it so negatively as it is perceived to be by society, by others. Of course, your children are important, and of course your mind is on them now. But if you don't give yourself a chance to slowly ease into changing this new identity of yours, and you look at it as two extremes, it will be hard. If you look at it as a slow transition into a new and better you, an advanced version of you, a closer alignment to who you truly are going to be in the future, then you can look at it more peacefully and enjoy the process of rediscovering yourself, refinding your body, because that can take a long time for a lot of people, and it can be like a quick bounce back for some others. Everybody's body is built differently, everybody's metabolism is different, their skin is different, everything, their genetics, their lifestyle, all of that influences it. I was discouraged in the beginning because for me, having children, I gained a lot of weight. It's been really hard to lose it. I've become more tired looking. It's really hard to to get that back. But I see it as kind of like I'm an in-between phase right now. I'm in the phase of I'm not quite who I was, and I'm not quite who I'm about to be. I'm in this limbo, and instead of fighting it, instead of dreading it, I'm totally embracing it, and I'm like, okay, which way are we going here? Are we getting fit now, or we still need some time? Or are we finding out our hairstyle now, or are we still playing around with different colors and hairstyles and things like that? So that I'm just speaking about physical stuff, but there's internally a lot of limbo going on too, because you've been in this high and low of emotional waves with hormones and the children's needs and family needs, and trying to balance your timeline and your schedule and your priorities, and you've been riding this roller coaster. But as the kids get older, that starts to change slowly, and there's a better rhythm, and there's more of a smoother transition in those highs and those lows, that you are starting to change into who you truly are meant to be. So I guess what I'm trying to say with this video is to encourage all you mamas out there, and even all you fathers out there who are about to have kids, or who have had kids and they're still fairly young. This is just a season in your life, and it's changing, and it will not stay like this, even though it feels like, especially on those sleepless nights or on those days when you feel like extremely exhausted from all the responsibilities you have, whether it is going to work or whether it is being at home and taking care of the home. It is just a season. It does not last forever. Time keeps moving, whether we are or not. It's going to keep moving, and the best thing to do is to embrace it, take it, and enjoy it. Somebody had mentioned once, and I think I also read it in a book too, that the time on the clock now, it's never going to be that time again. The day it is today is never going to be this day again. Yes, it will be another January. Yes, it will be another winter season, but it's not going to be this January, and it's not going to be this year, and it's not going to be at this exact time when I'm making the video, for example. So take it and enjoy it. Life is so short. For some it is longer, but even if our life is long, the lives of our loved ones may not be long. So don't take it for granted if you are healthy and you are strong and you are doing all those things and checking all those boxes, because any second, any moment, it can change. I'm speaking from experience. If you don't really take it for what it is, you will have a very hard time grieving it, and it will take a very long process of you having resentment and greed and grief and negative thought, negative talk, all of that. So my plea to you is take it easy, take it slow. It's all changing. It's all going to change. Even you're going to change. I know a lot of people like to say people don't change. They change. They change because if you watch from birth to death, there has been time that has passed, that your body has physically changed. Your mind, your brain, the neurons in your brain have changed. Even the blood in your body has changed. And so the experiences we have, they change us. Maybe we have some cornerstone parts of our character that remain strong because those are in our energies, those are who we are. But there are fundamental changes that happen throughout life that can change us for the better, and they can change us for the worst. So things change, people change, and those hard times do pass. The identity that you have now will change, and that's okay. It's not always a bad thing. So embrace it, take it, enjoy it, and I will see you on my next video.